So when talking about Bắc Ninh, King Vương Mausoleum is a place that we should not ignore, being considered to be the worship place of the first king ever in Vietnam. This place contains meaningful historical and spiritual values to Bắc Ningers in particularly and for Vietnamese people in general. Stepping inside the whole mausoleum complex, you will be stunned by the spacious area of the surrounding area. Moreover, the view of Duong River is revealed when you pass through the gate through the riverbank. Covering with the green grasses, you can go near the river for sightseeing and taking selfies for yourself. And the temples in the complex is old and rustic in its own ways, with the details of dragons and unicorns on the roof representing the mighty gods in Vietnamese religious belief. After visiting the temples around, the main altar is where most people come by, especially students, since they pray for good results for their incoming exams. And aside from being a holy place, the beauty of the place also brings up a sense of peace with small roads where we can walk around to breathe fresh air or to sit down and have a chat with friends.
One eternity later.
Situated beside the Dike of Duong River, surrounded by straight areca, green rice and maize fields, you were surprised by the beauty of 800-year-old Bút Tháp Pagoda or Ninh Phúc Tự. We can see that people ask for calligraphy pictures to pray for luck or something at the beginning.
Trai anh hùng là người rất là giỏi, gái Thuyền Quyên thì là người rất là đảm, trai tài mà gái sắc gặp nhau thì là rất là công thành danh toại con nhé.
The time it was first constructed was said to be in the 13th century under the Chun dynasty and then was modified 4 centuries later by the Lý dynasty. There are 2 lines of steel house in the lobby and it runs along the length of the pagoda. At the left side and at the back of the lobby, there is a 5-room house. At the upper palace, there are 51 carving pictures with different topics, and the carving patterns are lively with the artistry characteristic of the topics: trees, flowers, birds, and animal. The ancient pagoda is famous nationwide for its peaceful scenery and original architecture. The pagoda was inspired by Nội Công Ngoại Quốc structural style and incorporates 10 structures spread more than 100 meters from 3 entrance door to the bell tower and back house. Then, passing 3 doors and an 8 rooftop bell tower, they will achieve the main part of Bút Tháp Pagoda.
Bảo Nghiêm Tower is made of white rock and looks like a giant pen which upraises towards the sky. This is the place to worship Chuyết Chuyết, a great priest. There are 5 small bells in the corners of 5 stores. There is a round area inside the tower. The last layer of the tower has 13 carved stone pictures, which the main subjects of animals. The pen tower symbolizes locals' love of studying. Despite being one of the smallest provinces of the country, Bắc Ninh led the country in number of top scholars under the feudal regime. Bút Tháp Pagoda is harmonically integrated between the architects and nature. Each spring, there is the festival with the happiness and reverence of the Buddhist followers and local people here. Exploring the sacred beauty allows visitors to have a chance to enjoy the solemn and tranquil atmosphere there. Let's enjoy a bit of Phi-Phuong's wind chimes there.
Eventually,
Đông Hồ painting is a Vietnamese folk art that originated in Đông Hồ village in Bắc Ninh province. The village is located next to the Duong River Dike, about 35 kilometers east of Hanoi City, and attracts many visitors who want to experience the unique and valuable cultural heritage of Vietnam. It is made by carving wood blocks and printing them on paper from tree bark. The colors are natural and derived from plants, minerals, and soils. Đông Hồ painting has a distinctive style and beauty that shows the harmony between nature and human creativity.
Đông Hồ painting depicts various themes and topics that reflect the cultural identity and folk wisdom of the Vietnamese people. Some of the paintings express the wishes for prosperity, happiness, and luck in the new year, such as Lợn Đan, Gà Đan, and Trăn Trâu Thổi Sáo. These paintings convey the values and beliefs of the Vietnamese people, such as harmony with nature, respect for ancestors, loyalty to family and country, etc.
Quý khách có thể thấy hình ảnh một bé trai đang ôm gà này, bé gái đang ôm vịt này, thể hiện cho sự vinh hoa phú quý, cho sự phú quý. Và thường các gia đình mới cưới thường treo bức tranh này trong nhà để cầu mong sau này là sẽ có đủ cả nếp cả tẻ, cả bé trai lẫn bé gái.
It also shows the humor and optimism of the people who face difficulties and challenges with a positive attitude and a smile. Đông Hồ paintings is a valuable cultural heritage that deserves more recognition and preservation. It represents the essence of Vietnamese folk art and wisdom. It is not only a beautiful art form, but also a rich source of knowledge and inspiration for future generations.
After visiting 3 cultural sites in Bắc Ninh, Kinh Dương Vương Mausoleum, Buddha Pagoda, and Đông Hồ painting, we are left with a profound sense of wonder and awe. The intricate architecture, rich history, and vibrant cultural traditions of this region are truly remarkable. We feel deeply grateful for the opportunity to have experienced such a unique and enriching cultural journey. The people of Bắc Ninh are warm and welcoming, and their pride in their cultural heritage is evident in everything they do. We are struck by how deeply connected they are to their history and traditions, and how they continue to preserve and pass them down to future generations. We hope that our journey can arouse young people's interest in learning about the beauty of the history and culture that have shaped different societies and the values that have been passed down from generation to generation, and then know how to appreciate the importance of protecting and promoting cultural diversity and the need for active efforts to preserve cultural sites and traditions. So, thanks for taking the time to watch till the end, and bye-bye!